Hello, good morning. This is Brooke again, Brooke Serva, and broadcasting live from the BX. So today it is Monday, December 7, 2020, and I'm so glad that the storm went away, at least for a few hours, so we can get some sun. I wasn't sure if I was gonna go out because it said it's gonna be the real feel, like 20 degrees. I don't feel it like 20 degrees somehow. I don't know. It just kind of fool you sometimes. That's how you get sometimes frostbites. And I'm warmed up from the walk. So, I was thinking of what to talk about, more specifically, to be more specific, what to, what to monologue. I forgot the word for a second. What to monologue about. Yeah, I saw somebody standing there, for me it's so easy to get sidetracked. Come on, I just got here. Don't go away. So, every day supposedly it become more apparent, or apparent, I don't know how you say that the demon rats won the elections. But it's interesting how there's big silence on the whole Catholic theme going on, from Nazi. I say Nazi. Oh my God, that was a Freudian slip. Nazi Pelosi. There's key players being appointed for Joe Biden's cabinet, or Joe Biden's, or we should rather say Kamala Harris' husband, Kamala Harris, the Jewish husband, who is that mysterious guy who's going to be he's the puppeteer, the puppet master that's going to be pulling all the strings. And everybody's going to be happy, all the feminazis. You see how they find a way, like, okay, so you want a bitch, there's your bitch, right? Shut up. I've been talking about this for years, about feminism being a Trojan horse. And sure enough, his entire cabinet, it's female, I wanted to say women, but I shall not speak until I get to see these ladies in action. But sure enough, they all have horrible reputations. And they are curated for this Catholic agenda that is coming up. And why Catholicism? After all these years, we never heard shit from them, Sorry. Even the Pope, he's not as Catholic as, you know, you might think, you know. I don't know. I don't follow him or anything, but I don't see that, you know. When I see the little sound bites in the news, usually you see like Catholic precepts or whatever they call it, or, you know, some bullshit like that, you know. So to me, like, I was thinking on my way here, you know, like, yeah, every time you hear, you know, Catholicism, what do you think about? Latin America. That's it. So I believe nobody saw this one coming. These Catholic crusades, the Holy Inquisition that is coming up. But I was thinking it made perfect sense because the United States have had so many failures in Latin America. Nothing have come out the way they planned it. Have they done damage? Of course they've done a lot of damage. But, you know, we know that's not what they was about. They wanted to make more serious damage. You know what I mean? And so Latin America now is in the map, or it's on the map, or whatever you want to call it. You know, well, thanks to Mexico, my country. Thanks to they're hungry today. I didn't know. I ate most of it already. You're gonna get fat. You already ate one. Come on. It's gonna eat all three. No more. Anyway, mind your own business, Brooke. Yesterday there was elections, parliamentary elections in Venezuela, and of course your government, which just feels so pathetic when I hear you say my government. You mean your oppressor? Your feudal lord? That's something I'm constantly thinking about, you know, feudalism. The feudal lords, we all know they was merciless, you know. Why? Because they got the goods, right? They got the protection. And what was the first thing us women gave up? Our own protection, our men. With these gross generalizations, every time there's a murder, every time there's you know, this toxic masculinity bullshit, intersectionality crap. I mean, like, we have a lot of amends to make to our men, because the fan, I'm not saying now, but it will get hit. That proverbial fan is gonna get hit. And what are we going to do? We're going to hope the government don't fail us with their politically correct bullshit, which is what is on the agenda. Bullshit. That's what's for dinner. Remember that commercial? Bullshit. That's what's for dinner. And you see, I haven't watched television I don't know, 12, 15 years, and I still remember the fucking commercials like crazy. It's like, it's just there's no more guys. Now everybody came in. They say, oh, there's some bitch with some bagel. Sorry, guys. You got the, check your email more often. Yeah, there's like 100 right here. I feel so bad. Oh, poor babies. Poor babies. That old lady didn't come out and feed you, huh? Oh, well. She will probably come in. Don't despair. So, with all these people we have on social media, that they're always, being, praising each other, the mutual admiration society. That, oh, you're great, the Sean Kings, the Carnell Wests, the Tallahassee Coates, the all these peoples, and none of them saw this Catholic bullshit coming in. And most of our African American brothers and sisters are not Catholic. So once again, they're gonna miss out on the Catholic bonanza coming out. I know, there's a nervous laughter. I don't think anything good is coming out of this. So they're coming for Latin America, that's what it means, I mean, let me say this again. They're coming for Latin Americans because they love Latin America without Latin Americans. We all know that. That's what these treaties are about, Mexico has been forced to this, especially the last two treaties have been devastating for our economy, especially for our indigenous nations, which they used to be our croppers, they used to be our farmers, they used to be our breadbasket, and now we don't have them because these terrorists that you love so much, especially Obama, through Operation Fast and Furious, got rid of our farmers, being terrorized. Into even avocados, you got to, oh no, you gotta crop avocados because the whites and the fucking gringos, they love their damn avocados. So you destroy the land, you destroy the soil when you force crops, constantly, like marijuana, like whatever the United slaves want, we gotta provide it, like this. You don't see that. You're always picking a fight against Mexicans all the time, Rambo fishes. And I was watching, I didn't finish watching it, Mr. Sperling had a whole segment on immigrants, on African immigrants, and the repercussions for foundational Africans. So that kind of thing, it just, I mean, you guys have so much shit on your plate, and you pick to deal with the most irrelevant shit all the time, every time, like the great Kwame Ture used to say. Not some of the time, all of the time. You get distracted. We all get distracted. I get distracted like crazy. So easily. And once again, we was not spotting that Catholic bullshit. Was that? There's another very tall guy. He even used to be an altar boy. He was talking about he was an altar boy. All these key pieces, you know, now they're coming out as fervent Catholics. She wanted to eat a squirrel. You go, girl. You go, girl. And you can see her. The squirrel is not moving. But you gotta move, honey. Because she's gonna attack you anytime. Run. You better run now. Run to the bench. It's like, bitch, you're taking away my breakfast. Get the fuck out of here. They play cute. They play cute. They didn't panic. This squirrel knows it's being hunted. That's what we do. Human beings, we do that shit too. We know we're being hunted and we like. No breakfast. Whitey. Whitey, you get no breakfast. Damn, I'll catch her next time. Oh my god. You know, I have a wild cat. It's a female cat myself. She's not as wild as she used to. She's been a month already in my house. And it's so crazy to see how she's starting to lose all her wilderness, all her wild behavior, you know? And I feel just guilty. I'm just like, I don't know. There's a tug of war. I mean, not really. I mean, it's just the male cat is asserting his masculinity. I mean, he's been there 2.5 years almost, so why shouldn't he be like, I don't lift a finger with them because I know that's none of my business. I mean, if I see that, it just like become bullying or whatever, you know, but so far I think they're okay. You know, they wake up together. I wake up and I see them together. It's just like they have their whole routine, but then I see them that they're like, I don't know, but Ocelote, that's his name. He sleep all day, so they must be doing something all night. I don't know what they're doing all night. So this Catholic conjunction in American politics, you know, it's bringing whispers of Camelot, you know, and the Kennedys and all this bullshit, and like, it's just more of the same, you know, what to give Americans. Oh, give them their soap opera, their circus, their Roman circus, their bullshit, and, you know, and junk food. Tons and tons of junk food. It's only 12 noon. I can't believe the sun is all the way there already. Yeah, you gotta be here at 10 to catch the sun more light. On top. Wow. My feet are freezing, and I have special socks, and I have boots and shit, and my feet are frozen already. Oh well. Oh, she keep going. That is. Yeah, that's not your turf. You gotta catch them when they're in your turf. Anyway. I mean, this whole cabinet, this whole, like, you know, it looked so damn scary. All these white bitches, like, oh gosh. It's a total surrender to feminism. That was the deal. It's a pact to say, like, okay, we're gonna get the demon rats all the power that you need, but you know, even if it's just a name, you gotta have white bitches all over, you know, white faces, white female faces. That's what it is. And of course, they're already being curated so they don't conflict with this Catholic agenda. Oh, good Lord. Good Lord, good Lord, good Lord. So you can be watching all these television channels and whatever, and now you know that they are like fooling you. They think you're an idiot. Why won't they tell you this is a Catholic thing? It is a feminist Catholic thing. So I would not be surprised if the Pope come out and dictate that, you know, us women, we are superior to men or some bullshit. Anything to satiate their blood thirst from these bitches. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. I've been seeing that they want to go back to monarchy. They want to go back to monarchy. I mean, like, a lot of this fighting among the whites is that, you know, because the whites in Europe, they see themselves as legit. And the lineage, you know, now that you was infected with this lineage, the lineage, the lining, the lineage. Where's the damn volume on this thing? Come on. It's on the other side. So now that you've all been infected with this lineage, bullshit. It's kind of like, you know. I mean, the only lineage is the Kemetic lineage. That's the only one. That is the only one. It occurred to me that, you know, all these testing in the pineal gland is about finding some lineage. You know, I don't know how true that is, but that came to me about when, you know, supposedly the gossip on England about the lineage of Henry VIII. I believe it's Henry VIII. That it is that it was fraud or whatever, you know, because some white bitch, she had a son, and this guy, he's claiming to be a direct descendant of Anne Boleyn. I believe it's Anne Boleyn. I'm not sure. Whatever the gossip, the soap opera that we all crave for, right? Because that's what they made us about, right? Even with literature, come on, it was the same thing, you know, like, oh, read. If you don't read, you're a piece of shit. They're like, yeah, but what are you reading? It's like saying to somebody, you gotta eat. You gotta eat. That's what they used to tell us when we was little. When I was little, I was born in 65. You know, it was told that fat was beautiful and fat was everything in Mexico. So you gotta eat. Yeah, but what you eat? Oh, no. Shut up. You gotta eat. And look at us now. Thanks to feminism. If feminism is so great, how come everything is getting worse and worse and worse? You know, and all we get in the Amsterdam news is just praising feminism. Like, these are our saviors. This is who's gonna be saving us. Bitches who don't even have a husband, cannot even, you know, keep a man, but they can keep a business. They can keep a political charge, whatever title. it is always that, you know. I mean, I've been denouncing this madness from the Amsterdam News that, you know, they have all these gay writers, all gay feminists, not only gay, they're feminists. It's like the same shit. They're in cahoots. They are in cahoots. Why? Because they all see, no, that I lie. They all being brainwashed into believing that, you know, there's something called toxic masculinity. Instead of, you gotta come down here. Instead of, you know, saying there's no such thing, we're talking about colonial damage. We're talking about the sequels of the brutal white colonialism in this land. You know, more than 400 years here. You know, in Mexico we have more than 500 years. And there's not even a single conversation about asking them to go back. There's not a single petition online asking the whites to go back to Europe because they have already destroyed everything over here in the Americas, in the Anahuac. So, I mean, like, but people, they talk with such property, and you people, they're like, you know, oh, you know, you gotta listen to them. You know, why? I didn't even go to school, and I know this shit. And just because, you know, I'm transsexual, because I didn't go to school, because of whatever, because I'm Mexican, or because I'm a bastard child, whatever, you know, diluted, washed out, you know, it just, I mean, we go back to the same. You know, either or. That's not our thought. That's not our thought, that either or. Because like Dr. John Henry Clark, there's a lot of great things, especially for the African diaspora. And those great things are in conflict. Just as that. They're great, but they're in conflict with each other. So that's a matter of, you know what I mean? Diplomatic team. You don't have. Our African American brothers and sisters don't have it. Don't believe in it. I didn't used to believe in it for years. Until I start getting into politics, until we start getting the possibility of getting a true government in Mexico 3 years ago. And now, just like the Honorable Malcolm X, I have had my transformation, and I see diplomacy is it is essential. It is essential, but good diplomatic tactics, not you know what we've seen, selling out. But for that, you know, there's got to be a lot of GoFundMes, online fundraising. There got to be like a lot to give these scholarships to the really true diplomatics that they won't sell out. Like even in my country as an asset, like I would say like, hey, you're gonna get, you know, online classes on diplomatic science, and I say, oh hell yes, you know, why can't we be used? You know, why we have to have this colonial setting that if you don't have all the credentials. While we're seeing the people with their damn credentials doing a lousy job, what about the diplomatic team that we had in Mexico when we lost more than 60% of our land? That was a horrible diplomatic team, right? We can all agree on. So there's a lot to be thought. There's a lot to be thought. I mean, it have not even been thought. People are still considering about thinking outside the box. And that's a very few people who are like that, you know. That's a very few people who are like that. Considering thinking and outside the box. But the number is way, way even fewer of those thinking about getting rid of the damn box altogether. Why we need the white box? Why is it that we need the white box for? I mean, like, anybody can answer that? We need the white way to to be supposedly be able to compete with the whites. I will never forget the day I met Dr. Jeffries, and he told you, I still have that video on Twitter. It's not on Facebook no more, and on YouTube because they took all the channel. But it's on Twitter. He said, you must re-Africanize your lives. And I realized that's not only for our African brothers and sisters. That is to the whole world. Just common sense tells us that we don't have time to come out with some civilizatory agenda. We must use what's already been proven to work. In the Anáhuac, in Africa, in Kemet. You know, we've seen it's only one. I mean, you know, I know there's people that don't want to see it. But it's only one civilization throughout the whole planet. There's only one civilization, and that's African civilization, the mother culture. It has been adapted because of the soil. Because of the soil. The soil don't produce the same minerals that it produces in Africa. So when you go to other land, after 2-3 generations, you know, you get limp hair. You can get limp hair. Even in the African continent, you see in Ethiopia, there you see different textures of hair according to the soil and according to the sun, according to, you know, we don't even know what else is influencing our DNA. While we are talking about getting ready for DNA activation, this winter solstice. And some people are concerned that people are so much identified with their current situation that they won't be able to let it go, because they actually believe they are actually that, whatever that is, poor or uneducated or you know, whatever other labels we put on each other, right? And labels are helpful. Labels are helpful, but you know, they have expiration date. They have expiration date. That's one of the worst things that we're experiencing right now in Mexico. I see this paralysis from the people, because for 70 years we all developed this identity of being the opposition. We developed this identity of being the opposition. We are the opposition. And now it's just like, I try to shake my Mexican brothers and sisters. It's like, you won! We won! Don't you know we won? And like they say, you know, to no avail. To no avail. You know, a lot of people, they still think like, you know, oh, let's go a protest. Let's do marching. Let's do like whatever. We are not opposition no more. We won. We won. We got the power now. And we don't know what the hell to do with the power. And we got nobody to turn to. We got nobody to turn to because around us there are a bunch of snakes jealous and envious of our success, of our beauty, of our land. Petty bitches everywhere. Not realizing that if Mexico fall, we all fall. This time, way deeper. This time, shit, I don't even want to think about it. I start thinking about it and I just go like, just imagine giving any more power to the United States government. You know, they want more concentration camps, but this time they want them out of the radar. Out of the radar. And there's no better place to put them in Mexico. So of course they don't want a dignified government. Of course they don't want self-determination for the Mexican peoples. Of course they don't, you know, why would they? When they're actually looking for a place to, you know, a place where it's more convenient for the whites to get rid of our black brothers and sisters who just want to be themselves, who actually have awakened and realized that they are the original men and women of the world, of the whole planet. It's a lot at stake. There's a lot at stake. I even learned a lot yesterday watching the elections in Venezuela, but I have not been able to process it yet. I gotta go back and like, so much learning. I mean, like, you're not gonna learn it in the universities. You gotta be on the nets. You gotta be on social networks. You know, you can translate the damn tweets in 2 seconds. In 1 second, you can translate them. Stop being lazy. As I was talking the other day, you know, this language separation, it's just lethal. It is beyond lethal, this language separation. It's gonna be like 20 years that I've been watching our Brazilian brothers and sisters being slaughtered, being, you know, segregated into the slums, into the favelas, and then setting those favelas on fire. And we cannot do nothing, no, because we don't speak the language and nobody give a fuck. It's like, come on. If I'm retweeting it, you can just translate it. And then we always find out 2 weeks later, 2 months later. The same thing in Haiti. I saw that during the earthquake. That was when I first fell in love with Haiti and our Haitian brothers and sisters. You know, I was not on social media back then. I was on television, and I would run home to watch Soledad O'Brien on CNN bullshit. I didn't know what was happening, but I do consider Haiti, the earthquake on Haiti, to be one of the moments that you know, that made me think outside myself, my little self, my, you know, and think about, you know, what's really happening around us and how dangerous it is for it to... I'm still cutting my face off. My head off. Okay, now it's too much. Why am I so obsessive with the head? I just always like that. I get so frustrated with people. They just show their face and they're like, why can you center it? Why can you show like... Know that I'm a great centrist, I guess. I don't know. It is so frustrating, you know. I wake up sometimes at 4 or 5 in the morning and I listen to this Dominican radio show and I hear all these atrocities against our Haitian brothers and sisters. And, you know, I even put them on my YouTube channels and it's like, you know, nobody... It's like, why everybody want to be just silent with these injustices? As I've always been saying, I think this is the ugliest behavior that we have. Especially today when all it takes is a fucking retweet. Just click share, that's it. That's it. So people like myself, people like a lot of people, we're able to know this is happening and document it. So make sure that it actually happened. Not to like, you know, immediately after the coup d'etat in Bolivia, we got all these television networks and celebrities saying there was no coup. This morning I saw another video of this freaking devil saying there was no coup in Bolivia. I posted on my YouTube channel. Shameless son of a bitch. No, it was just people was fed up with the injustices of Evo Morales. Oh, they're like, you know, they get to write history their way. They get to rewrite history their own way. And we just like, we let them do that all the time. Why we let them do that all the time? Why we let them get away with murder every fucking time? All we gotta do is just speak up and deny it. If you don't have time, say, this is not true, this is a lie. You let them spread the lies. And then, you know, we encounter these ferocious people. You know, they want to kill us because they know, like, you're defending blah, 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 blah. I got all the facts. Whatever, you know. What you think you want me to believe you when I saw it on CNN? You little nothing, nobody. When I saw it in New York Times. I gotta get going. It's 12:25. Turned out this is not the only one. It's a series of weekly glossy publications about bullshit. We have a historically low budget. We got no budget in New York City. And you're praising these bitches. Are you serious? With no budget for 2021. We got no budget. $100 a year for this garbage. the real people, politicians who really do shit, don't get these glossy covers, 2-page spreads. The barons, why aren't they getting this? Of course not. They are being harassed. Actually, the barons, you know, I heard it was about to be put in the terrorist list. This is what it's about. We never fail. The biracials. Well, you cannot complain. There you got black, you got white, you got Hispanics, you got, you know, and she got a great grandmother's Chinese, so fuck you. Leave us alone. Because why? It's only about representation. Not participation. Not equal participation. You get representation. They're representing you. No, they're not. Shut up. They are. They are representing you. Wow. I'm not even gonna go through this. I'm gonna go through this later. I gotta go have my lunch. I'm sure it's gonna be garbage anyway. But I get to walk. I get to walk a little bit. I was locked out in the house 3 days. I'm like, tell the story. Oh, I'm frozen. Oh, I have to put that shit on. I'll walk a little bit with it. Now let me put it on at least. Yes, feminism is gonna be, it already is. It is already is feminism. A weapon of mass destruction. Well, I already got rid of masculinity, that's for sure. Oh my god. To walk, it's like my legs are frozen. It feels so weird. I'm so glad. Tomorrow I'm coming back. I heard the weather's not gonna be too bad. Tomorrow I get my shot, my women shot. Get my estrogen. So for that I gotta get out of my house. So I'm not crazy about getting out of my house, but when it's so cold, you know. But I love getting out of my house though. So these colors, I'm gonna turn it around so you can see this color. Yeah, you're almost finished. You only got a few leaves to go. They're holding on for dear life. This one's just starting to turn red. And little berries. They have no respect for the trees. I've seen some trees that, you know, I said it's like, why? You see, no stress. And, if it was us, it would be like, oh no, next month is January. And we know how January get storms and winds of 100 miles an hour. But there's no personalization. They're always there for us with no stress. Oh, look, somebody's up there in that tree. It looked like un halcón. ¿Cómo se dice eso? Oh, my right hand is frozen now. Should have put them both. Let me switch it. That's a bird, right? There's no movement. What I don't see is nest. I guess they all fell already with the damn storms that we've been having. But I figure sometimes that they will get that we will see, once that they lose their leaves, we see the nest. I don't see any nest. Oh, that's a baby. I was like, what is that noise? Wow. Those yellow leaves, they look like, I don't know, like jewels, like precious jewels hanging from the tree. This is why, in December, I always get my tree in the house. Oh, I refuse to believe it's a white association. I just love the lights. And I love trees too. I mean, I had my December tree since 1994. Yeah, I bought it at Macy's. But apparently that tree is eternal. It's still like the same, like the first day. It's still like the damn